This episode on VNN, oh come all ye trophies.
Juniors are attacked by the ACT, ASVAB, maths testing, and WIN.
And this is the first time ever that students are praying for no snow days. This is the Viking News Network. Welcome to the Viking News Network. I'm Leah Maria Papilla.
And I'm Maddie Ray Cyrus.
Here's what's going on in the Viking Nation.
One of our very own will be trading in their Viking horns for Air Force wings.
Senior SEAL will be continuing his family tradition as he officially swore in November 20th as a member of the U.S. Air Force. Congratulations, Steele, and good luck.
Congratulations are also in order for the Wasman 1-Act team. Wasman won the C13 district competition with Outstanding Performer awards in straight ones, earning themselves a spot at the NSAA state meet. The Hold on the Cast took the stage on Thursday evening at Johnny Carson Theater in Norfolk and received the Outstanding Technical Crew Award, Outstanding Performers Award, and took home the gold, bringing home a state champion trophy for the first time in Class C1 for the Viking and first ever state championship in Osmond school history.
Wow, making history? Congratulations!
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Anyway,
speaking of competitions, our Wassa Vikings and Lady Vikings had their season opener.
the turnout was totally wicked. More on that later.
On December 17th, the ever-impressive Wassa Viking band and choir, under the direction of Mrs. Sedevi, will be performing for family and, well, family. Although only household members can attend their performance, the school will be live-streaming the concert on the Wassa Facebook page for those of you stuck at home.
Along with high school, Wassa Elementary students took the stage and captured the spirit of the season Friday, December 11th. It was festive and filled with Christmas cheer.
Speaking of spreading Christmas cheer, the junior high civics class is doing their part to spread a little Christmas cheer to those less fortunate with their annual Toy Story themed toy drive. Donations will be going to Toys for Tots charity and local organizations.
We have so much to be cheerful about. One unexpected present came from our administration this year. All Wassa students are, for the first time ever, hoping for no snow days.
Come again?
That's right. If we make it to the 18th with no snow days, students can pack their books and bags for an early holiday break.
Best gift ever! And that's VNN signing off. To heck with 2020. I'm out of here. See ya. Hasta la vista. Bon voyage. Arrivederci. Good night, everybody. And that's the rest of the story. And that's the way. I like it. Woo!
It's not the 18th yet. It could still snow. Stop jinxing it.
Sorry. So, maps testing. Yeah, that happened.
Riveting reporting, are you okay?
Yeah. ACT trauma.
Well, snap out of it. We got the news to do.
Fine. The only thing that's keeping me going is the elementary donut fundraiser.
Did you order any?
Dang it! 2020, you win!
Hey, buddy, calm down. Breathe. Let's go to BK with the VNN Sports Report. Let's get you a donut.
Hi, I'm BK and this is the Viking Sports Report. Your Viking basketball season has officially started with both the boys and girls coming out fighting against the Plainview Pirates. Your boys ended with a score of 64-62, starting the season with a close loss. Your girls ended with a score of 55-54, starting their season off fighting. Your Vikings weren't done with just the Pirates as they took on the Boyd County Spartans the next day. The boys winning with a score of 48-27, and your girls losing with a score of 55-48. Not done with just the Pirates or the Spartans, your Vikings took on the Creighton Bulldogs Tuesday, December 8th, with the boys losing with a score of 46-69 and the girls winning with a score of 48-51. Still not done and making the sports reporter's job harder than ever, your Wassa Vikings took on the EPPJ Wolfpack with a boys score of 54-43 and a girls score of 55-34. With basketball finally here, let's take a look outside of the gym and see what's going on with the Vikings weather report. Hi, I'm Brandon and this is the VNN weather report. Today's weather report is too bad Nebraska doesn't have a groundhog to decide whether or not fall will continue into January, or if we'll have a white Christmas. Too bad. Also be sure to watch out for the turkeys that escaped Thanksgiving dinner but couldn't quite outrun our cars. Or deer. Because I couldn't get one. More people hit deer with their cars than I ever saw running in the fields during hunting season. I'm just done. Anyways, I'm BK and this is the weather report. Back to the girls.
Wow, what tastes meal?
Maybe he needs a donut too.
Oh dear. I think it's safe to say that everyone here is about to reach their breaking point. I can't anymore. Maddie, please transition into something.
Spotlight. We can always count the spotlight of the week to lift our spirits.
Yes, wait. What's the spotlight even about?
COVID. Here's Tyler with the VNN Spotlight of the Week.
In March of 2020, the coronavirus pandemic hit Nebraska. Students, teachers, people from all walks of life were informed that the country would be taking 2 weeks to stay at home to keep the virus from spreading. Little did students across the state realize that they would not be returning. With growing numbers, hospitalizations, and fear of the pandemic grew. Schools across the state chose to close out the remainder of the year virtually. Disappointment and grief resounded as students came to the realization that their 2020 spring semester was over. Northeast Nebraska found themselves in unfamiliar territory. Questions about tomorrow were on people's minds as they feared what would happen next. Roger Weesey and the North Central Health Department staff have been working in the front lines receiving information, analyzing data, and setting up guidelines and restrictions to help keep communities safe. Could you describe what you do and who you are?
I'm Roger Weesey. I'm with the North Central District Health Department here in O'Neill, and I am the director. We serve 9 counties in north central Nebraska, all the way from Cherry County on our western end to Antelope, Pierce, Knox on our east.
Staff at WASA definitely have the North Central Health Department on speed dial as they look to the experts to guide them through this ever-changing climate.
They actually do a lot of things for the school, but recently, most of the stuff we've heard from them is COVID related. Most current guidelines, the most current health directives from the governor, and the recommendations on what we think we should do to keep our students safe. And then they also share with us positive cases that we've had that involve people within the school and then possible quarantines with people within the school. So, they give us the information basically to keep the kids in our school as safe as we possibly can, and then also just guidance that we can share with our kids on information to keep themselves safe, not only in school, but also outside of school. The disinfecting guidelines, the quarantine guidelines, the guidelines on social distancing, and what we can do at games possibly to keep kids safe. They do a lot of other things for the school as well. The Miles of Smiles that we do at the elementary, they're involved when we have programs about drug and alcohol related things here at school. They provide the information for that. And we only hear them at this point in time dealing with COVID issues, but in a normal sense or circumstance, they would be doing a lot of other things in the school that keep our kids safe from all the negative things that surround communities like Wausau.
Pre-pandemic concerns of road updating, vaccination clinics, and basic response to everyday concerns have been eclipsed in the past few years with record-breaking crises. North Central Health Department Executive Director Roger Weesey recalled a time when a basic day's workload could be predetermined and planned.
Yeah, maybe kind of tough to explain, but normal day was you go, you do your job, you do your routine, you still respond to crises. A normal day you're working on a multitude of things. So I might be working with other health directors on public health legislation. We may be working on needs assessments in our community to see what public health or other health-related services and or education is needed within our communities and such like that. And now at this point, there really is no time to do any of that stuff. It's mainly just sole 100% focused on response to a pandemic. Last year, what would be their normal routine? Well, they'd be repairing potholes, they'd be doing whatever. Emergency management would be preparing for any type of disaster or whatever. But when disaster hits, you don't have time to do anything else.
The past few years have definitely brought unprecedented hardships to the people of Northeast Nebraska.
Again, I probably go back to maybe the flooding because it's a little bit more tangible. People could see it. It was right there in front of them. They could see the devastation. They could see what was happening, so to speak, and then they could see the after effects. It takes a lot to work as it's happening. There was a lot of work being put into place. There was a lot of sandbags, protective measures and stuff like that. And then there was also a lot of immediate need that needed to happen right after the event. So whether it be search and rescue of people, of livestock, of whatever it is. Then after that, there's a lot of kind of cleanup and caretake and stuff like that.
With responsibility comes expected positive and negative response. But Mr. Weesey stands behind the protocols, diligence, and strategic processes that the North Central Health Department, along with the state and federal government, have in place to keep our communities safe.
You think of it as due diligence and a job to do. We have certain provisions under state statutes that allow authoritative measures to take into effect within health departments. We're under a state of emergency, so even though public health is the lead role in this, it's still a state of emergency under the governor and the governor's office. We are surprised to be able to follow a lot of the guidance that occurs under his directive and directions in his office. There's a lot of communication planning that goes back and forth. I mean, we have weekly, if sometimes not daily, conference calls with the governor's office. So we're at the forefront of all the planning and such like that. It's a very strategic decision-making process.
No matter what comes our way, Nebraska is lucky to have such dedicated personnel to turn to in times of crisis and need. I'm Tyler Scott signing out, and this has been the VNN Spotlight.
So much sanitizer.
I have severe PTSD. And dry skin.
I remember when germs existed in harmony with our fellow man.
I don't think that was ever a thing.
Okay, that may not have been factual, but you know who is? Our new official VNN team member. Please help me welcome our new recruit, Jer Bear, with the VNN Time Rewind.
On today's segment, Time Rewind, we go over what has happened in history on December 16th. Starting in 1960, a jet and propeller engine plane both collided over New York City. This would cause the loss of life to 134 people and set fires to buildings and cars below. Sadly, New York City hits this list again with tragedy as in 1835, 600 buildings burnt down. The damages would be equal to $538 million in today's money. On happier terms, in 1953, President Dwight D. Eisenhower acted in the first presidential press conference on television. Also in 1953, Charles Yeager flew the Bell X-1A to a top speed of 958 miles per hour. Almost as fast as me when Mr. Hastings says ice cream is free at lunch. Finally, in 1773, the Sons of Liberty protesters boarded English ships and dumped tea into the Boston harbor. This would later be known as the Boston Tea Party. On this day, many people entered and exited the world. We'll start with people leaving. On this day, many famous people passed away. Colonel Sanders is one of them. George the Goose, that lived for 49 years, also died on December 16th. Other than that, no notable names died on December 16th, sadly. Now for people born on December 16th. One really popular name would be Ludwig van Beethoven. Was born on December 16th to go on to create many popular musical pieces. Finally, Charles C. Clarke, the author of the 2001 Space Odyssey, was born on December 16th. I'm Jer Bear, and this is the Time Rewind.
I think Jer Bear would be a great fit in our crew.
What a silky smooth voice he has.
Ciao. Anyway, we all know this year has been different for us all.
But Wausau High School definitely knows how to continue to strive for greatness.
Let's take a look at some outstanding students here at Wausau High.
Here's Emily W. with the VNN Students of the Month.
Excellence is never an accident. It is the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, skillful execution, and the vision to see obstacles as opportunities. Viking Nation embodies excellence every day, both in and out of our school building. But there are some who go above and beyond. We are proud to present this month's Vikings of the Month. Each month, 2 students are selected from both the middle and the high school student body by faculty at Wausau who exhibit excellence in the following categories: academics, effort, character, behavior, social relationships, and attendance. Congrats to the Middle School Vikings of the Month, Gavin Knipp and Kenley Anderson. Gavin participates in basketball and football. Kenley participates in volleyball, basketball, dance, and hall. She is a member of K-Kids. She has also won the Elks and Knights of Columbus free throw contest and got second at the Northeast Community College free throw contest. And our high school Vikings of the Month are Corey Shoemaker and our own Madison West. Corey is in FBLA, basketball, cross country, golf, One Acts, National Honor Society, band, speech, and student council. He is also an aspiring semi-pro disc golfer. Madison is in FBLA, National Honor Society, One Acts, softball, and VNN.
This is Emily W. signing off.
Congrats to all the students of the month for the year of 2020.
2020 has been difficult for us all.
It sure has been. But even through the chaotic coronavirus pandemic, we've still found ways to show the true beauty of life.
No need to get that sentimental.
But I was segueing. Let's take a look at some of the beautiful artwork of the Wausau High hallways. Skills that will follow you through the rest of our lives.
Let's talk about that now. Let's take a look at some Viking decking the halls and decorating their lockers. Here's some Viconic Christmas edition.
What do you want for Christmas?
I want one of those bars in the weight room that you lift up above your head like this and down, because I can do it.
What do you want for Christmas?
I would love a tropical vacation to a deserted island to lay in the sun for at least a week.
What do you want for Christmas?
A cleaning lady!
Oh, I know. I want another main cook.
No conditioning for basketball. A boyfriend.
I would love for someone to pay for my wedding. $1 million.
Working hard, I see.
Wow, so merry and bright.
And that will about do it for this episode, this week, this year, here at VNN headquarters.
Remember to think about remembering things so you don't forget about the things you're supposed to remember.
And be sure to be sure when you aren't sure, because if you doubt the undoubtful, you won't be sure of yourself.
And if you think you can't, you probably can't. But if you must, then you will because you know you can. Unless you still can't. Then just hope someone else can.
I'm so glad this year's over.
Me too. Our viewers can't even understand our words anymore.
From here at VNN, signing off for the year of 2020. I'm Leah Maria Papilla.
I'm Tyler Scott.
I'm Abby Nelson.
I'm BK.
I'm Emily W.
I'm Jer Bear.
I'm done.
Me too.
And fired.
Me too. I'm new.
I'm bald.
Who am I?
And I'm Maddie Ray Cyrus.
Eat, sleep, Viking, repeat. Happy holidays! Who keeps saying Viking?
Okay, let's do this thing. 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 Okay, let's do this thing.
Takes donut from Leah.
Oh dear.
Takes donut from Leah. Yay, that was fun. I hit my head really hard. I tried slapping, but my head went head hand.
I was just.
Now give me my donut back.
Stop it.
Ready on set.
Can you see me?
That used to be my ringtone.